final statistics of the first half. North Carolina, leading by 12 points, made 64% of their shots. Kentucky made 43%. 8 turnovers for Kentucky, just half of those for North Carolina with 4. John, what do we look for in the second half?
Well, certainly, I can't expect North Carolina continue to shoot so well from the outside. And I don't think they'll expect to do, and I look for them to play it a little more cautiously. Now, they must not give up their aggressive play, but I look for them to be a little more cautious of the selection of their shots, and they might go into the four-corner offense a little sooner. Kentucky, as far as they're concerned, they've got to penetrate the zone when North Carolina's in it, and they've got to not hurry against this pressure. They've hurried against the pressure that North Carolina has put on them, and that has caused them to make some mistakes and failure to capitalize on some opportunities that they might have had.
All right, we're going to be back with the second half here at College Park, Maryland, right after this word.
The sweet-handling Mustang 2 Cobras. No other domestic car in its class gives you all this standard. Spoilers, stabilizer bars, staggered shocks, rack and pinion steering, steel-belted radios, and 4 on the floor. That's why Cobra takes the curves like a snake.
Mustang 2, put one between the road and you.
When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels.
Cookie's like, it's got the taste and the feeling you like. Coca-Cola, come on, girl. Gotta share a Coke with you. Let the feeling show through. You wanna live a little bit more. That's what the taste of Coke is for. Cookie's like, everybody wants a little life. Coca-Cola, Cookie's like, everybody wants.
1949.
What about it?
I used to use a one-bladed razor to shave with in 49.
Hey, I just bought this.
Maybe, but track 2 is how America shaves now, my friend. The first blade stretches the whisker out, so the second blade can shave it again, closer.
Hey, listen, could I...
Get your own, turkey.
To 25 million Track 2 users, no one-blade razor comes close.
When you're in a rush, take it from O.J. Simpson. There's only one superstar in rent-a-car, Hertz. You'll know it when you need to drop it off fast. It's not just that they have more cars, more locations, and a team that can execute the toughest performance standards. Hertz comes up with new ideas to speed up service, like express check-in, to spend no time dropping off your car.
Wasn't that O.J.?
Rent a Ford from Hertz, the superstar in rent-a-car.
Big triple header of college basketball today. Following this game, you'll see either Michigan against University of North Carolina of Charlotte or Marquette versus Wake Forest. And our final game of the day from Provo, Utah, Idaho State, who upset UCLA, will play University of Nevada from Las Vegas. And we'll see all in Atlanta next week. A week from today, the semifinals, the final 4 teams of this year's college basketball rankings. North Carolina, Walter Davis the leader, 15 points. Schuster 11, O'Corin 10, Yoniker 8, Rasmussen 4. Ford 2 points. You told me Phil Ford was going to have only 2 points and North Carolina would be leading. I would have laughed at you. Bradley 2, Zalgiris 1. The only man in foul trouble, Ford with 3. Here's Kentucky. Phillips high with 12, Johnson 9, Gibbons 8, Slater 4, Lee 4, Roby 4. 2 players with 3 fouls, Lee and Roby. Now we head into the second half of the Eastern Championship game. Ford flexing his elbow. He hurt that elbow in the last 90 seconds against Notre Dame. Maybe giving him trouble. What do they call it here? Re-jump or Kentucky's ball?
Violation on the jump.
Violation.
This is one of the reasons I like to see him do away with it.
John Wooden wants to do away with jump balls, and I think he's got a good point. The officials many times don't mean to, but they don't throw that ball up perfectly. It's hard to do that. Schuster. Carolina. Kentucky's back in the man-to-man. Davis goes for the hoop, and he has it. 55-41. Walter Davis, 17 points.
That was in a crowd, too, but he got the ball up there softly.
Larry Johnson, the drive by Plater, he gets it off, and the shot is good by Lee. James Lee. Good follow shot by the big strong forward. 55-43, North Carolina. Phil Ford playing with 3 fouls at the start of the second half. Larry Johnson right on him. Johnson's the best defensive player on the Kentucky team. Ford stole the ball back. Ford was fouled as he went under. Fouls on Ford. That's 4 on him. 4 on Phil Ford, and he's called for charging with the ball.
Let's look at it again. Little scramble out there. Ford comes through in the right spot, goes in, and is called for the foul because the official felt that the defensive man had both feet set in front of him.
Alagaris comes in. All-American Phil Ford on the bench with 4 fouls and a bad elbow. Kentucky. Fraley by 12. Lee shot. Underneath is Gibbons. Gibbons just won't go for Kentucky. Holding up is Michael Corrin.
Kurt, 4 of Kentucky's players whose combined season shooting percentage is about 50% hit 5 for 22 in the first half.
Well, that's what's hurting them, especially against the zone. They're not getting those 15, 20-footers. There goes Schuster. Schuster lets it go. It's out of bounds. It's off the hands of Zalagaris. It's Kentucky's ball. We just opened the second half, a minute and a half gone. North Carolina sitting on top of a 55-43 lead. Plater, Larry Johnson, backcourt men. There's Plater. Bruce Gibbons a shot. He hits it. 55-45. Got a funny feeling about Kentucky that they'll be very much in this one before this half wears along too much. Yoniker started the drive, and a foul's called on Mike Phillips on the drive. Second foul on Phillips.
The basket before the shot, the foul was on number 55. Kentucky, Mike Phillips, his second, first team foul.
First team foul. Each team has one. Notre Dame led North Carolina 44-30 at the same time of the game Thursday night, and North Carolina came back to win.
Obviously,
it really hasn't got hot yet where they're shooting.
Not really. And they're a good club, and a good club can come from behind. This doesn't mean that they necessarily will, but certainly they can.
That foul's on Yoniker. Rich Yoniker, his second foul. The second team foul on North Carolina. Kentucky's ball out. North Carolina will put the all-court press on. The ice bag on Phil Ford's elbow. He hyperextended that elbow Thursday night. Hasn't shot since then before warming up for today. Larry Johnson very good against the all-court press with his dribble. Lee, Gibbons home, 55-47. Now that's 6 points in a row unanswered by Kentucky. They're starting to creep back in. Walter Davis, Zalagaris. Inside. Ooh, what a shot by Corrin. Michael Corrin has 12. That was a fall-away shot. They had to have just the perfect touch on it.
He was covered on the near side, and he pulled away in traffic and still laid it up there very nicely.
Kentucky behind by 10 points. Phillips off the pivot, beating Gibbons. Gibbons scores. He's getting hot now. 55-49, 14 for Goose Gibbons. He's averaged 18 a game. Walter Davis driving. Davis fouled. The foul's on Gibbons, number 21, his first foul. Let's watch that fadeaway jumper by Michael Corrin.
All right, he's covered with a man coming over. He goes under him with a dribble, swings around, turns back in, makes a beautiful shot.
That may be the shot of the game, John.
Well, it's not just the shot he made, but it's the fact that he's a freshman and he reacted under pressure, and that's a good one.
Walter Davis has 18 points. North Carolina in the first half made 17 out of 23, but they now have 18 out of 21. 19 out of 22 free throws for Carolina, and they're leading 59-49. Kentucky in possession. Carolina switch on the screen. Lee driving. Lee lost the ball out of bounds. Turned it over on the violation. North Carolina's ball. 10th turnover against Kentucky. Carolina has 5 turnovers. Kentucky in the tight man-to-man. Come out of that zone, trailing. They have to. Zalagaris to Davis. Davis inside with Michael Koren, working against Gibbons. Gibbons up, clears the rebound. Koren has the height on Gibbons when he can get him inside. Larry Johnson missed the shot. Here's the lead pass down to Koren. Koren trying to leave it. Waller Davis threw it away. 6 turnover on North Carolina. They had a 2-on-1 if they'd taken their time.
He took a chance then on a sort of behind-the-back pass instead of playing it safe.
We have a new player reporting in. Coming in is Bruce Buckley, number 40. Going out is Michael Koren. North Carolina keeps the all-court press on. 15:57 to play and a 10-point lead for the Tar Heels of Jacksonville. Larry Johnson breaks the press up. Nearly gave it up. Looked like the ball had a rubber band on it. Goose Gibbons. Down it goes for him. Gibbons is really getting hot now. 16 points for Gibbons. And basket count, so we had a foul call. Gibbons in the first half had 8 points. He already has scored 8 in this half. Foul was called on Bruce Buckley. 3rd team foul on North Carolina. Well, Kentucky getting back in. Foul was on the rebound. Taken away by Buckley. Another turnover by Kentucky. 11-6. Kentucky leading in turnovers. The dubious honor. Zalagaris will have a jump. The 5-second rule. This Johnson can play defense, John.
He's a fine basketball player. Not a flashy player, but consistent on both offense and defense.
Zalagaris should control the tip. But he did, but slipping in there was Plater for Kentucky. Gibbons on his feet. Look at that shot. Larry Johnson. Roby's shot. He's fouled by Zalagaris. Zalagaris, what? First foul on Zalagaris and the 4th team foul on North Carolina.
North Carolina foul is on 32 from Zalagaris. His first, the 4th team foul. And North Carolina, Lee Doneker replaces Steve Rasmussen.
Roby, 4 points. Had only 2 shots in the game. Playing right now with 3 fouls. Kentucky did well on free throws in the first half. They had 9 out of 11. They have 10 out of 12 now. And they're gradually tightening. Nice down, 59-53. This is the closest that Kentucky's been since midway in the first half. And their fans are getting encouraged. North Carolina in the 4-corner offense. Davis. Davis going against Haskins. They reverse it and come out again. They started this with about a little over 50. There goes Davis down the middle to make it 61-53. 21 points, Waller Davis. They started that 4-corner offense just under 15 to play. Now they're in a 1-3-1 zone against Kentucky. Leaving the man-to-man. Goose Gibbons shot. He hits again. Oh, and he's hot down. 61-55, 18 points for Jack Gibbons. He has another year for Kentucky. He's just a junior. 14 minutes to play. Back in the four-corner offense. There goes Schuster. Now he shakes it right back out again. Foul call on Slater. Third foul on Truman Slater. We have a timeout on the court. The score with some very interesting strategy coming up now. 61-55 North Carolina.
He says that my car is cheaper to fix than this one, right?
Right.
But do I get a break on my insurance?
You can now with Allstate. Because rates are different with us. We found that the cost of claims is higher for some late model cars, lower for others. Only Allstate figures that into its rates, and it makes a difference.
Sounds fair to me.
When it takes being different to be better, Allstate will do it.
That's a promise from us. The good hands people.
When do I smile?
When I get over there, we'll smile together. Polaroid's new little Pronto comes with a self-timer so you can get into your own pictures. You just set it, start smiling. Now.
When does it go off?
Keep smiling. Rest your smile. Polaroid's sharp, clear SX70 color comes up in minutes.
We're beautiful.
Sure can't beat the color.
It's clear it's got to be Pronto. Pronto!
Tickets for the 1978. That's right, I said 1978 NCAA Basketball Championship at the St. Louis Arena go on sale April 1st. All public sales are by mail only, and fans attempting to purchase tickets must not have their order postmarked prior to April 1st. Applications postmarked before this date will not be processed. Tickets for the tournament are $28 each, and there's a 4-ticket limit per order. Send your certified check to the 1978 NCAA Basketball Finals, the Arena, 5700 Oakland Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63110. It'll be sold out in a hurry. North Carolina's ball. They're ahead by 6. At halftime, they were leading by 12. They had a 15-point advantage late in the first half. They have led 95% of this game. They're going back in their four-corner offense. 13:35 to go. Some of the Kentucky fans are booing. Kentucky's coming out and pressing tighter. What can happen here is Kentucky can break this up a couple of times and get some baskets. Then it's hard for the semi-freeze team to come back and get their momentum. This is a kind of a stall game, this four-corner game. Schuster is the man running it now, where Phil Ford would normally be doing it. In other words, the middleman dribbling down the middle, trying to draw men to leave there as they come over and take it. 61-55, North Carolina in the four-corner game. Now they got to come out on a technical and take them within 10 seconds, or they're going to get warned. Now they start a weave out in front. Kentucky dropped back into the zone to right back. There goes Zalgiris underneath it. He hits it to make it 63-55. That's what they do. They finally break it open down the middle. Zalgiris scored. 12:25 to play in the Eastern Championship game. Man-to-man for Carolina. Fouled by Yoniker, reaching over the shoulder. Third foul on Yoniker. Rick Roby was fouled. That's the 15th foul on North Carolina.
The foul is on number 50, Rich Yoniker of North Carolina, his third. It's the 15th foul.
Bill Ford with the ice pack on his elbow. He's sitting out, though, because he has 4 fouls on him. Truman Slater's re-entered the lineup. They're trapping. Marion Haskins and Larry Johnson. Now they're trapping again. Davis gambled and broke it up. Walter Davis. Zalgiris, 2-on-1. Zalgiris to Davis. Foul. Called on Larry Johnson. No basket. Wait a minute. The foul may be on Zalgiris.
I believe that it was Zalgiris going in. It was a beautiful interception by Davis at the other end. Planned it very well.
His second. It's the 16th foul.
This is a costly mistake by North Carolina. Zalgiris, they had a 2-on-1 and almost a sure basket and lost it. Plus, they just made their 16th foul. Kentucky will be into an early bonus situation. From now on, every foul on North Carolina. North Carolina's in a 2-1-2 zone. 11:45 to play. An 8-point lead for North Carolina. There's a long shot outside. It's retrieved. It's out of bounds by Haskins. It's North Carolina's ball. Let's see if they come down again to their four-corner offense.
Kentucky were a little impatient there. Shot a little too soon. Got to work a little better against that zone. Move the ball a little better. Get in a little closer.
How can you break this four-corner offense up, John?
Well, it's very difficult. You have to gamble to do it. There's no question about it. You must gamble. You've got to close the passing lanes of the two most logical receivers.
They're the four-corner offense. A man in each corner, and a man in each corner out in front, with one man roaming the middle with his dribble. If you don't take him, he'll go right down the middle and score on you. If you do take him, he'll pass off to an open side man. They've got to come out and take him, or they're going to hold that ball out there. They started this four-corner offense with just under 15 minutes to play, and now there are 11 minutes to go. Zalgiris out to Kushner. They set it up again. 8-point lead for North Carolina. 63-55. Kushner comes out as they exchange the ball. Now they're going to gamble on Davis, trying to crowd him. Davis. Two men get together, you can trap him.
When they bring Yoniker out, they definitely feel that he's much quicker than Phillips or Roby. And he might get the move on them, and he must come close to him. He must be within reaching distance.
Eagles held that ball till Phillips came out and get close to him. Sit out there and hold it as long as they stay back in Kentucky with Kentucky trailing. We're approaching 10 minutes to go. North Carolina ahead 63-55, playing a control four-corner game right now. Zalgiris out to Kushner. They've frozen this ball for a minute and a half now. This is frustrating to that defense, especially when you're behind. There's a gamble by Phillips, and he fouls. Mike Phillips commits the foul. Third on him. He got hit in the mouth also. And a timeout on the court while they go attend to Phillips. With 9:54 to play in the Eastern Championship game, the score, North Carolina 63, Kentucky 55.
You know me, without my clarinet, a lot of people don't. That's one reason I need the American Express card. This machine's another. I put my card in here, punch my special number, and I can get up to $500 in American Express traveler's checks at major airports all around the country. After all, even the King of Swing can use some extra loot.
To apply for an American Express card, look for this display wherever the card is welcomed.
The American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
There are a lot of small cars to choose from, but Ford Pinto stands alone as the best-selling small car in America. Pinto outsells Vega, Chevette, Datsun B210, Toyota Corolla, everybody. Pinto has a low price, reduced schedule maintenance requirements, and high resale value, hundreds of dollars more than Vega. Considering a small car, consider the one that is the best-selling small car in America, Ford Pinto. When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels.
Huey Long, adored, feared, and finally murdered. Edward Asner stars in the life and assassination of the Kingfish. First time on TV, Monday at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
Triple header on NBC today. This is game one for the Eastern title. Game two, you'll see either Michigan against University of North Carolina of Charlotte or Al McGuire's last year, coach of Marquette, his club playing Wake Forest. Game three, NBC will take you to Provo, Utah, in the big Brigham Young Fieldhouse, seating 22,000. Idaho State, which upset UCLA, will play University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And then on to the Omni in Atlanta, the semifinals, the Final Four, a week from today, and the championship game a week from Monday night on NBC. High-point man of this game is Walter Davis of North Carolina with 21. Goose Gibbons, 18 for Kentucky. Carolina's ball. They're back in the four-corner game. Well, they start playing after the foul with possession, 9:54 to go. Let's see how long they go here before they take a shot or before they lose the ball. There's a feed off to Michael Korn, and he hits the layup. 65-55.
That's a beautiful pass from Kuster on the reverse. So Korn set his man up, reversed him, and the ball was right there for him.
14 points for Korn, but Kuster is doing the job running that four-corner offense. Kentucky trailing by 10. Now they want to set it up. North Carolina in the zone. Trying to jam up the middle. Roby's inside there. There's Roby's shot. He scores. Rick Roby, 65-57. Don Kuster, invaluable today for North Carolina because Phil Ford has been on the bench most of the second half with a bad elbow and 4 fouls. Without a man like Kuster to run the four-corner game, Carolina could be in trouble. Yoniker. Now Kentucky comes after him. They handle this ball very well, John.
North Carolina is always a good ball-handling team. Their offense requires that they handle the ball well, and they work on it, and certainly do.
Wonder how much practice time they spend on this four-corner game.
Well, I know he practices on it every day, and I suppose the amount of time would depend upon the experience of your team and the personnel that you have.
Roby trying to shag Yoniker down. Now here's Kuster, the clever dribbler. They've used a minute right now in this four-corner in possession. They started this offense with 15 minutes to play. Waller Davis working in. Davis passing underneath to Michael Korn. They tied up. Davis might have made a mistake passing off underneath. He may have had a better shot, or he might have brought the ball out. It's easy to sit here in the sideline and tell Davis what to do.
They give the ball up well, and the fact that they're looking for a teammate all the time is a good sign. It would appear that he might have been able to lay that ball in at that time, but he passed off. It's a good team play.
Korn and Johnson. Korn should control the tap. They get it back to Kuster. Kuster across the timeline with Plater on him. Davis. Marion Haskins crowding Davis. Off to Zalagaris. Kentucky coming out tighter on him. Bill Ford may re-enter the game. Down to 7:50 to play. The crowd booing the Tar Heels for their stall. North Carolina's trying to win this Eastern Championship. Clock didn't move for 10 seconds. There goes Davis. Davis misses. Yoniker up for a big rebound. He can't get it, and Kentucky finally has it. They've had the ball very little the last 5 minutes. They have to make it count every time, and it fouls on Rich Yoniker. 4 fouls on Yoniker. That is the 17th foul on Kentucky. We'll have a 1-and-1 now. A 17th foul on Carolina. Yoniker has 4. Phil Ford has 4. Kentucky goes to the line for the bonus.
Kurt, the play of these two freshmen, O'Koren and Yoniker for North Carolina, particularly when they have Lagarde out, and they're being the big men in there, it must come through. And being only freshmen under the pressure of this tournament game has been outstanding.
Kentucky in the... Yeah, we thought they didn't run that clock for 10 seconds. They're now adjusting the clock down to 7:23. I looked up there in the four-corner game and did not see the clock moving, which is not too good for the four-corner game.
No. Sometimes the timers get excited watching the game, too.
Right. Dean Smith wanted to check. They ran 11 seconds up on the clock now to adjust for it. Glancing back at my running play-by-play, a 12-11 lead by Kentucky is the last time they were ahead, and that was with about 13 and a half minutes remaining in the first half. It's been North Carolina all the way since. North Carolina led at the half by 12. Kentucky chopped it down to 6. Then 2 quick buckets by Carolina went on top by 10. Now Carolina's lead has been sliced to 8, and Kentucky can chop it further with a 1-and-1. NBC's coverage of the National Collegiate Basketball Championship concludes Saturday, March 26th. The Final Four will play then. Then we'll have that's 2 o'clock Eastern time, by the way, from the Omni in Atlanta. And primetime coverage of the championship game beginning at 8 o'clock Monday night from Atlanta for the National Collegiate title. Rick Roby, 8 points, 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the foul line.
53, Rick Roby for Kentucky, 1-1.
Finally getting everybody set here. The matchups. Wiping the floor. And it's now perfection. Full field house, College Park. Here's the bonus free throw. 65-58, North Carolina. 7 minutes and 12 seconds to play. He made them both. Roby has not missed a shot, either from the field or from the free throw line. Kentucky puts the all-court press on. Plater working on Kuster. Kuster across the timeline. Right down the middle we go. And the foul's called on Plater on the drive. 4 fouls on Truman Plater. That is team foul number 5 on Kentucky.
22, Truman Plater, his 4th.
7 minutes to play. 7 minutes to play. North Carolina's ball out. Walter Davis to O'Corin. O'Corin and Davis exchange. Out to Kuster. They spread out again in a 4-quarter game. Now they're crowding that middle man, Larry Johnson, hanging right on Kuster when he doesn't have the ball.
One of the things against the 4-corner that a lot of coaches try to do and can work very effective, if they have only one man can handle the ball well, try to deny him the ball. Once he gives it up, don't let him have it back.
That's what they're trying to do now. Play Kuster tough when he doesn't have the ball. Look at him, right on him, see? Now that he got it back on a change of direction fake. Larry Johnson hanging right with him. We're down to 6:20 to play. They have frozen 40 seconds there. Now here's a foul called on Yoniker. A block. That's all for Yoniker. He's fouled out. Yoniker's out of the game. This is a good break for Kentucky. Because they'll get a one-on-one. And they hit another brace of free throws. They're right in this game. Yoniker said, he elbowed me. I didn't do anything. Dean Smith gives the officials a blast. Dean Smith, Smith could wrap up quite a year for a college coach. He coached our Olympic team to the gold medal. And if he could get through this and win the NCAA championship, that'd be quite an accomplishment in 1 year. They don't get a one-on-one. They call this a player-to-goal foul. It's Kentucky's ball, trailing by 6. Just over 6 minutes to play. Jim Lee back in. Lee shot. No good. Look at Davis and protect that ball off the board with it. A vital rebound for Walter Davis.
Tremendous rebound, too. When they needed that very much, they don't want to cut that lead down to 4.
I think Kentucky came down and shot too quickly. Lee had a couple of hands in his face. There goes Zalagaris. Zalagaris. There's a foul call as he swept down the middle. Zalagaris. Good drive by Zalagaris, John.
We're going to run it back there. Zalagaris dribbling with his left hand down through the middle. Definitely gets the step and gets fouled. You see 3 white jerseys around him, but they couldn't prevent him from getting the shot and being fouled.
Truman Plater is fouled out. That's his 5th foul. And that's the 16th foul on Kentucky. He scored 29, Plater, against VMI, and has scored only 4 points today. Zalagaris' free throw. 66, 59, 20 out of 23 from the foul line for North Carolina. Incredible foul shooting. 67-59, North Carolina. 5:40 to go.
They deepened up their zone a little. They're going to make them hit from outside.
Actually, North Carolina, 57-61. North Carolina's made 38 of their last 41 free throws. That foul's called on Larry Johnson. That's the third foul on him.
Let's look at this one again. Johnson has pretty good position.
I like him. He's quite a defensive player.
Well,
pardon me, John.
Well, two rather important men on their respective teams battling for that ball there. Might have been a foul that could have gone either way.
John Schuster right now is carrying a heavy load trying to run this four-corner game. In the first two games of this tournament, North Carolina's made 38 out of 43 free throws. There's 39 out of 44. They have also made 39 of their last 42. They hit 17 out of 17 in the second half against Notre Dame. And they now have 22 out of 25 in this game.
I think they have great confidence in their free throw shooting and feel it'll bounce around and still go in, and it does.
5:20 to play, 69-61 in favor of North Carolina. Carolina's in a zone, a 2-3 zone. Kentucky will attack that zone now. Goose Gibbons. A shot by Larry Johnson, in and out for him. Rebound, it's out of bounds off the hands of Zalagaris. Kentucky's ball. Kentucky wants a timeout. 5 minutes and 2 seconds to play. We now return you to our studios for this message.
Pabst Blue Ribbon wouldn't dare challenge anyone to take on the raging Colorado in a wooden boat. But we do challenge you to discover a better tasting premium beer. Taste and compare Pabst with the beer you're now drinking. We know you'll taste the difference Blue Ribbon quality makes. Pabst, since 1844, the quality has always come through.
With all of the different tire prices, it can be confusing. How do you know what a good tire value is? Well, here's the straight talk from Sears. Guardsman tires are Sears' lowest priced tires in every type. Guardsman 4-ply from $16.50. Guardsman belted from $22.88. Guardsman radial from $29.88. Guardsman, backed by Sears. So you know they're good tires. Sears, for straight talk, good values, and satisfaction.
NBC Saturday Baseball Game of the Week coverage begins with a doubleheader telecast April 9th. But before the regular season campaign gets underway, NBC's own harbinger of spring, Joe Garagiola, will be coming your way with a one-hour special on the changing face of baseball. That'll be at 3:30 Eastern Time, Sunday, March 27th. Changing faces, right. Now I see Don Sutton who just signed a new contract, wants to renegotiate it. Well, Joe will tell you all about it. I have never seen better free throw shooting than we've seen in a college game today. North Carolina's made 24 out of 27. Kentucky's made 13 out of 15. Jay Schuyler is back in the lineup for Kentucky. That's Rick Roby. Roby, they let him go, and he's got it 69-63. Kentucky has the press on. Now they'll get out of the way and let Schuster go to work against Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson fouled him the last time. Good work by Schuster. Four-corner game. Bill Ford's been on the bench all but a couple of minutes of the second half. Larry Johnson hanging right with Schuster. Schuster trying to feed off, is out of bounds off Johnson's hand. Johnson had him tied up. And North Carolina was lucky to hang on to that ball. 4:29 to play. 6-point lead for the Tar Heels. Back to Torrance. Walter Davis. Jammed against the sideline by Gibbons. Out they come again to set it up. Zalagaris penetrates. 5-second line. Schuyler. Zalagaris. 4 minutes to go. We're approaching. 6-point lead for North Carolina. They led at the half by 12. Johnson crowding. Schuster who drove him back. Johnson's making it tough on Schuster. So now Zalagaris takes the jump. There's a jump ball. Schuyler forced him into the jump. with a timeout. Well, here's your setup now. We have 3 minutes and 39 seconds to play. North Carolina leading about 98% of this game, has had leads of 12, 13, 15 points. Kentucky whittled it down to 6 with 10 minutes to go. Kentucky now down by 6 with 3:39. And since 15 minutes to play, North Carolina's been playing a controlled four-corner offense. And here's John Wooden's comments for what he thinks might happen here in these last 3.5 minutes.
Kentucky very definitely has to gamble. They're in a position where they can do nothing else. And in gambling, it's either going to work for you or you're going to lose by a larger margin. But, of course, that makes no difference. A loss is a loss, and this is a sudden death tournament you're in. If they don't gamble, they're definitely going to lose. They have to take the chances. North Carolina is very, very difficult to play when they're in this four-corner offense, and they have shown with this guard, Keister, who has impressed me very much, that he can do the job that I felt before the game that they needed Ford in there to handle. But Keister does an excellent job, and I'm very impressed with him and his all-around ball play.
There's Ford with the elbow. Ice packs on it. He had 4 fouls early in the second half. His elbow bothering me hurt. He scored only 2 points, and yet North Carolina's ahead. And you saw Tom Lagarde on crutches with a torn cartilage in his knee. He'll be operated on too. From the field, North Carolina's made 59%, 23 out of 39. They won't ever have a much better shooting game than they've had. The tip goes to Kentucky. Scheidler. Big pickoff by Scheidler. Lee to Roby. Roby going to work. A foul underneath. Call on. Who's it on? Oh, official. I think it's on 54 of Carolina. Sisson.
North Carolina foul is on number 31, Mike O'Koren.
Oh, now they've changed it. Said it's O'Koren. That's a second on him. Coming up next, either Michigan, University of North Carolina, Charlotte, or Marquette, Wake Forest. Our final game of the triple-header, Idaho State against University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Goose Gibbons at the line, the best Kentucky free throw shooter. He has 20 points in the game. 69 to 64. We may have some finish here.
Number 20, David
Colescott tonight. Keister has to be in great shape. He's run this four-corner offense for over 12 minutes. He's run his tongue out. Gibbons again. What free throw shooting by both clubs. This is the closest that Kentucky's been since early in the game. They got him jammed up. Here it is to O'Koren. Kentucky nearly took the ball away in the backcourt. Now Kentucky's really putting the heat on. Walter Davis. Walter Davis again. Keister, a clever drop pass that time. Here comes Keister dribbling out. We're down to 3 minutes to go. 4-point lead. Carolina desperately trying to hang on. And just as desperate as Kentucky going after that ball. Who's this foul on? Either Keister or Johnson. Keister's trying to drive. This is a big call in the game.
This is a call that could have gone either way. Now let's see if the defensive man gets his feet set in front of him.
Looked like he had a half step on him to me.
I would say that that's one that I'm glad that I didn't have to call.
Now that is a very difficult call for the official. If the defensive man was there, had his position on the court, and the offensive man ran over him, the foul's on the offense. But Keister appeared to have a half step on him, and the foul's called on Johnson. 4 fouls on him. Johnson fouled him on the drive. Johnny Keister, 13 points. Oh, they just don't miss.
From what I've seen, I'd just as soon have him shooting the free throw there as anyone. He's hit 81% from the year, and I believe he hits 100% under pressure.
He's had 8 out of 9 in this game. Free throws are doing it for North Carolina. 71-65, North Carolina. Kentucky's ball. Trailing by 6 again. Ray Scheidler out in front. There's Goose Gibbons. playing that zone. Gibbons trying to fake. Gibbons up with his shot. He hits it. The score is 71-67. Gibbons, 24 points. Carolina gives it off to Kuester.
See Kuester come back to get that ball. He wants it.
Larry Johnson playing with 4 fouls. Look at him stay with Kuester. 4-point lead for Carolina. We're approaching 2 minutes to go. Kuester behind his back. Traveling call on Kuester. And there's a big mistake by Carolina. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network. Timeout by Kentucky. John Kuester traveled on the behind-the-back pass, going wide open down the middle, and gave the ball over to Kentucky. Timeout. 2 minutes to go. A 4-point lead for Carolina.
You're about to see something that's really tough. It's a 77 Ford. The only pickup in the world with tough twin I-beam suspension. It takes the kind of beating a pickup's got to take. And for 77, Ford has the best EPA gas mileage rating of any American pickup. Yes, the best ratings for 6 and V8 engines. So get the one that's built Ford tough and has the best gas mileage. Ford. 93 out of 100 of all Ford trucks registered over the last 12 years are still on the job.
When you walk through the lobby of a Napa store, you only get a hint of what Napa really has to offer. There's much more, because if we put just one part from every kind of vehicle that Napa has to offer in this lobby, you wouldn't have room to walk. So we put them in this Napa shopping guide instead. Walk through the lobby of your local Napa store today and pick up your free copy. Your Napa store is a great auto supply store, but they've got more, much more.
That's NAPA. We help keep America moving.
Coming up next, Game 2, either Michigan against University of North Carolina of Charlotte or Marquette against Wake Forest. Then on to Provo, Utah for Game 3, Idaho State against University of Nevada, Las Vegas. North Carolina has 4 timeouts left. Kentucky has 2. 71-67. One of the few mistakes North Carolina's made today. They just gave up the ball on a turnover by Kuester. And a traveler. Dean Smith there. Bill Guthrie, his assistant. He's been offered a lot of head jobs. Doesn't leave North Carolina. Wants to stay with Smith. Now Kentucky's doing it the right way. They're going to work for a good shot. They're just wildly coming down. Gibbons trying to feed off. Does get it to Lee. Has it slapped away. Walter Davis scrambling. Coming up with a ball to tie up on the court. 1:38 to go and a jump ball. We've got to select the most valuable player of this game, John Wood, and I don't think we can do it until the final seconds.
Well, it would be a little difficult now.
I'd have to. The Gillette Track 2 Most Valuable Player Scholarship Award will be given to the most valuable player of the game. A $1,000 check will be sent to the name of the school and the player's name, and the player will receive the Track 2 Most Valuable Player certificate as a personal symbol of his outstanding play. Kuester, Walter Davis have to be considered. Goose Gibbons on Kentucky. Kentucky controls the tip. Gibbons underneath the Ruby. Ruby shot. Foul. Rick Ruby puts him right in the ball game. Kentucky now is getting in great shape.
All right, let's look at this play over. The pass in, pass down to Roby. He turns, lays it up there with his left hand. A very difficult shot under close quarters, and is fouled. Has a chance to turn it into a 3-point play, pull him with 1 point. And he did that.
71-70. You can sort of smell this one coming. Just a double team. Ooh, Delegaris just saved the ball. Now here's Kuester across. 1-point lead for Carolina. They've been leading anywhere from 10 to 12, 13 points most of the time in the second half. They're back in the four-quarter game with 1:14 to go. A foul is called on Larry Johnson. That's 5 on Johnson, and he'll go out.
Foul on number 12, Larry Johnson.
And coming in to replace him will be Dwayne Casey, number 20. Johnson, excellent defensive man, 9 points. Kuester will go to the line. A minute 12 to go. Kuester has missed only one free throw. Let's total those free throws again for the entire game by North Carolina. An incredible, just unbelievable free throw shooting. 26 out of 29 today for North Carolina in the game. 17 out of 17 in the second half against Notre Dame. Gives them 43 out of their last 46 free throws they've made in this NCAA Eastern Tournament. If they miss one now, here's the one they don't want to miss. They didn't. 72-70. Kuester's made 10 out of 11. What a game he's played with Phil Ford on the bench in the second half. To 70. 28 points by free throws today for North Carolina. Carolina in a zone defense. 1 minute to go. 3-point lead for Carolina. Fadeaway shot by Lee. Lee has it again. Lee trying to feed off to Gibbons. Gibbons scores. He can't miss the second half. 26 points for Gibbons. 73-72. Kuester working against Casey. 40 seconds to go. A 1-point lead for North Carolina. That foul's on Roby, and that'll be 4 fouls on Roby. Roby blasted in to Crafterson. And he's not the best free throw shooter. He's a 65% man. 4 for 4, though, in the first half. They want us to give the most valuable player.
I don't think we can do it till the game is over. I wouldn't want to now. No, I don't believe so.
We're going to hold up on that. I've got to pick Gibbons, Kuester, or Davis.
It has to be one of those three. Right.
Another big free throw by Carolina. Unbelievable free throw shooting. 29 out of 32. 30 out of 33 free throws for North Carolina. They're leading now, 75-72. Time won't start till the ball is touched in court. Dean Smith saying, get back there. They're in a 1-3-1. Kentucky coming down. Gibbons again. Won't go for it. Rebound by Kuester. Kuester forced out of bounds. John Kuester knocked to the court. 22 seconds remaining. 75-72 North Carolina. Watch the play, John.
The shot is missed. North Carolina comes down with the rebound. Roby comes into him hard. Draws his 5th foul.
Roby is called for a foul. He's fouled out. That's 5 on him. I think we've got to pick either Davis or Kuester. And Davis, 15 points in the first half. Tremendous rebound. There's Phil Ford, the All-American. Kuester. I'm going to lean to Kuester, John. What about you?
All right. Well, it's pretty difficult to pick over either one. Davis did such a good job on the board. Came down with some tremendous rebounds, but when Ford went out, Kuester took over the ball game. And I think perhaps it wouldn't be a bad selection to pick Kuester as the most valuable player.
And that's an intentional foul. He's getting 2 shots. Again, he hits the free throw. 31 out of 34 free throws for North Carolina. They have made 48 of their last 51 free throws against Notre Dame and Kentucky. Kuester gets the Gillette Award. 77-72. Kentucky coming down with 20 seconds to go. Scheidler outside. And there's Kuester up there battling for that rebound. And another foul call. Little Kuester got up for the rebound. And Dean Smith will be taking his club to Atlanta. an upset win for North Carolina, playing without their starting center Lagarde with a bad knee, Phil Ford with a bad elbow, and Walter Davis playing with a fractured finger. An uphill fight. Kentucky did not give up. They were behind 15 points in the second half, fought back in. It's free throws that have done it. Deadly free throw shooting. We've already named it, Houston. They can name the most valuable player, John Schuster. Well, have you ever seen better free throw shooting, John, in a college game?
Never.
Under tournament pressure.
That's what makes it even more impressive.
You'll never see it. 34 out of 37 free throws for Carolina. They let Goose Gibbons go. He missed it. O'Corin has the ball. O'Corin down to Castleton. 1 second to play. And it's all over. North Carolina beats Kentucky, upsets Kentucky, and wins the Eastern Championship. The final score, North Carolina 79, Kentucky 72, and they did it without Phil Ford half the game. Kurt Gowdy and John Wood on the Game 2 right after this message from your local station.